You won't get rich until you understand this. Imagine these dots representing all the millionaires in the world. How many of these millionaires do you think earned an average of $100,000 per year throughout their lives? According to a national study on millionaires conducted by Ramsey Solutions, only 31% of them. And the most surprising thing is that, in the same study, it was found that 79% of millionaires did not inherit anything from their parents or relatives. So, what do these secret millionaires know that most people don't? And how can you become one of them? Well, there are 4 important questions you need to ask yourself. Once you can answer yes to these questions, you are on the right track to becoming a millionaire, even with a low salary. Let me explain. When it comes to your finances, there are only 2 levers you control, your income and your expenses. It seems simple, right? But the facts show otherwise. More than half of Americans who earn over $100,000 per year still live from paycheck to paycheck because their expenses are too high. It doesn't matter if you earn a lot or a little, you just need to be able to work these levers correctly to create a positive cash flow. Let's look at an example. Do you think an 18-year-old who has a positive cash flow of $250 per month will retire as a millionaire? Yes, actually, they will be worth about $1.1 million. And a 25-year-old with a positive cash flow of $500 per month? Yes, they would be worth even more, with an incredible $1.3 million. Now, here's the last question. A 50-year-old with a positive cash flow of $33,000 per month. Actually, no, they will be very close, but will only reach about $950,000. This shows why it's so important to start thinking about this when you're young. These calculations were based on 3 different factors. 1. The positive cash flow is saved every month. 2. They get an average annual return of 7% on their savings. Now, you won't have this in a savings account. The ideal is to seek a trusted expert to support you. And 3. They retire at 65. So, what's the best lever to focus on to create positive cash flow? Well, let's talk about your expenses first. I know it's not very interesting, but if you start using one of those money tracking apps, you'll probably be shocked at how many small payments are coming out of your account every month. Think about all those subscriptions you don't even use. They alone can add up to over $30 per month. I'm not saying to cancel what you actually use, just the things you don't care about. One of the biggest financial burdens for most people is high-interest debt, especially credit card debt. It's crucial to eliminate this debt as quickly as possible. Imagine if I told you that you could invest and get a return of 27% per year. You would probably laugh at me. But credit card companies charge you that crazy interest rate year after year. So, stop letting them drain your finances and start using credit cards to your advantage. Pay the balance in full every month, improve your credit score, and earn points that can be redeemed for free flights. Most online experts would stop there and not even talk about the other lever. But this is my favorite. I wasn't always good at saving. I'm not extravagant, but I have a stable life. I highly recommend that you also spend more time using this lever. Unlike counting coins, the potential to earn money is unlimited. Question 2. Do you divide your income strategically? Did you know that a surprising 49.9% of people who earn over $100,000 per year have no money left at the end of each month? The truth is that wealth building has a big component that most people completely overlook, and that's the income division method. Here's how I suggest you divide your main source of income. For most people, this will be the money you earn from your job. Ideally, you want to spend 50% on your basic needs. These are the essential things for your survival, and no, I'm not talking about your Netflix subscription. These expenses include housing, utilities, food, transportation, and health. Obviously, this depends on your personal circumstances. However, it's important to be very honest about this, as the only person you'll be fooling is yourself. Next, you should spend up to 30% on your wants. This includes things like eating out, buying the latest video games, and going to events with your friends. This is the category that most people don't limit, and this is a big mistake. Even if I earned millions every year, I would still limit the percentage I spend on things I want. I know that if I want more, I need to earn more and not use a higher percentage of my income on these things. That's because the most important part is the last 20%. These 20% should be invested. I've heard others use the word save, but I have a real problem with that. Many people save money to buy something like the latest iPhone or a trip with friends. That's not what these 20% are for. Investing is very different from saving, because the goal is to buy assets that appreciate or generate passive income, or ideally, both. This can include investing in skill development, stocks, or real estate, for example. Using this method, it's very possible to turn a small salary into millions, but it can be incredibly slow. We're talking decades. That's why I think you should take things a step further and build an additional income source by starting a side job. Starting a side job is powerful because, once you have the right income split, you can invest all the extra money. It's like pouring gasoline on a fire. This accelerates everything. If you invest this extra income from the side job and get an average annual return of 10%, then every dollar you earn now will be worth $445 in 15 years. It's really the key to boosting your earnings. Question 3, do you have a side job? But Kat, why should I start a side job when I already have a full-time job? My boss should just pay me more. Well, if you earn a low salary, there are only a few reasons for that. The first could be that your work is not perceived as valuable, and the second is that you may be being exploited. Most people think they are being exploited by the system. You know, those who complain about their bosses and always seem to be the victims. But, in reality, that's only the case for an extremely small number of people. If you're really being paid unfairly, look for another job. Now, for everyone else, if you're not generating enough value in your work, then you need to do that through a side job. If you're really serious about growing your wealth, for most people with 9-to-5 jobs, I would recommend working as a freelancer. I mean, let's say you have an office job in marketing. On weekends, you can share your knowledge with small businesses looking to expand their customer base in exchange for a fee. Now, there are several ways to charge. The most common is by the hour. You can charge from $30 to $200 per hour, although I personally don't like this idea, since you're already selling your time in your normal job. Instead, it's a much better idea to sell results. For example, I could approach a company and offer to help expand their reach on social media. In return, I would ask for a percentage of sales for each customer I bring in. This way, you and your client benefit, and your potential income is unlimited. But what if I don't have skills? Well, go learn one. Any of these will do. Just imagine if you could create an additional $1,000 per month. If you saved that money and earned an average return of 7% per year over 28 years, you would accumulate an impressive $1,386,188. That substantial amount is generated solely by the extra money you created in your life. Question 4, is your money working for you? I can already see the comments. This is crazy, what savings account will give me 7% per year? This crazy cat has no screws. Look, I completely agree with you. That's why this whole video comes down to this last point. You need to start investing. The key is to open the right type of account. And there are several different investment apps. One great thing about most of them is that they actually give you the ability to buy fractional shares. So, instead of having to pay $190 for an Apple share, you can invest just $1. I'm not a financial advisor, but it's pretty much that. You can even set a monthly amount to invest automatically. Of course, investments can go up and down, but this strategy can make millions over the years. Even after hearing this, if you feel unsure about investing, you can go to your trusted bank and earn interest. They have some good rates. If you've made it this far in the video, let me know in the comments how many questions you answered yes to. You just discovered the secret to becoming a millionaire, even with a low salary. It's not about earning a lot, it's about how you spend and invest your money. Only 31% of millionaires earned $100,000 per year over their lifetimes, and most didn't inherit anything. The secret? Control your expenses and find ways to increase your income. Divide your income into needs, wants, and investments. Eliminate high-interest debt and start investing. Imagine the impact of every extra dollar you earn now. With time and the right investment, you can turn a modest salary into millions. Don't waste any more time. Start today on the path to financial independence. Don't forget to leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with anyone you know who needs this information. Together, we'll achieve the financial freedom we all deserve.